Bryan County taxpayers will decide on a permanent 1-cent ambulance sales tax next week.
We spoke with Bryan County EMS to hear how they would use this money if taxpayers give the green light.
It's specifically for EMS. It specifically goes back into the county, protecting the people.
Bryan County EMS is a county ambulance district with sole source throughout Bryan County. That was decided by taxpayers in a vote back in 1980.
Our board has been very proactive of trying to keep costs down to the public. There's not a lot of fluff in our operations. For 40 years, we've made a building work for us that we outgrew 10 years ago.
Right now, Bryan County EMS is running over 8,000 calls a year with just 3 ambulances in Durant and 1 in Colbert, making ends meet by operating at the bare minimum, but that too has a price.
We are basically doubling up our crews. They're constantly running, and that causes a high turnover. If we can increase our ability to provide more ambulances, have more medics, we lower that burnout rate.
If voters give the green light, a perpetual 1-cent ambulance sales tax would go straight to Bryan County EMS.
Paying for the staff to man the ambulances, replacing the ambulances when they break down, maintaining substations around the county. This cost is ongoing, and that's why the tax is perpetual.
What does that mean if you need an ambulance as a Bryan County resident? If you're insured, Bryan County EMS will bill your insurance to cover their portion, then the sales tax would foot the rest of that bill. This is a cost-sharing program, so uninsured residents will also be covered because they pay the ambulance sales tax. Leaders at BC EMS want voters to understand they've exhausted all other options.
We've tried over the years. I've been with Bryan County EMS for 16 years, and we've tried applying for grants, rearranging the way that we do scheduling to better distribute resources. We've done everything that we can think of to do, and we are now at the limits of the service that we can provide.
So this is not just a tax on Bryan County people, it's everybody that visits Bryan County will actually start paying for the ambulance service.
Including new ambulances, equipment, supplies, salaries to add more paramedics to the team, expanding to build substations for faster response times across the county. These are all options on the table, Chief Brian Norton says, if the 1-cent sales tax gets taxpayer approval.
This tax directly helps the people.
All money collected through this sales tax, if it passes, will go to the Oklahoma Tax Commission and then to the Bryan County Treasurer's Office. The treasurer then distributes the money to the Bryan County Ambulance Authority, and that board of trustees will oversee all expenses from BC EMS. Plus, the Bryan County Ambulance Authority is audited annually by the Oklahoma State Auditor's Office. Voters will decide yes or no this upcoming Tuesday, March 4th, and we'll have those results for you right here on K10.